A very good evening and a wonderful welcome to Uctv News. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I am Nora Sende to take you through the bulletin. It is a Friday. It is the 24th of October, 2025. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we start off with Uganda Episcopal Conference that has held an afternoon Requiem Mass at Rubaga Cathedral that's in honor of the late Right Reverend Charles Martin Wamika, the Bishop of Jinja Diocese. The Requiem Mass, led by His Grace Paul Semogerere, the Archbishop of Kampala, celebrated Bishop Wamika's life of love, humility, and service. The Archbishop, His Grace Paul Semogerere, also described the fallen shepherd as a man who cared for all people equally and urged the faithful of Jinja Diocese to remain united and continue the good works he began.
Agenda kuteekebwako akawonero k'omusaalaba kaboneka bwamuso kisimba Victory. Omusaalaba tufa ne Kristo nga bishopu waffe bw'abadde ate ne tuzuukiramu naye. Bwe twetikka omusaalaba gwaffe n'okuzira tukamulamu okutaggwaawo bishopu omusaalaba gwetisse. Tuteekako ekitabo ekitukuvu kyabadde ekigambo kya Katonda abadde tutakoma kukirangirira naye ate nga akitambulirako. Tuteekako sitoola kubanga abadde akola omulimu ogw'obusaserdoti ogw'okutukuza abantu. Ate era tuteekako kaliisi abadde aweereza ekitambiro okulira omusaayi ng'asomera abakristo emisa okwetukuza nabo bennyini okubatukuza. Ate era abaddemu episikoopi.
To give apologies on behalf of the many bishops who have not been here this evening. The Secretary General informs me that there was a short deliverance of a message of this arrangement this evening, and many were not able to come. He cared for the poor. He listened to the broken-hearted, and he stood with the suffering. He had a father's heart. He was very gentle, but yet firm, always guiding his flock towards Christ. His final message to the nation in Uganda, I think we can say, was on the Martyrs' Day in the year 2023. We all remember his remarks and his prophecy. His simple but profound witness reminds us that true greatness in the church is found not in status, but in its service. And we'd like to thank him for that. So as we commend him to God's mercy, we find comfort in the words of St. Paul. If we have died with Christ, we shall also live with him. Bishop Wamika has finished the race and kept the faith. May he now receive the crown of righteousness, prepared for God's faithful servants. Thank you for bringing Bishop Wamika to the cathedral. While we are here in this spirit of prayer and thanksgiving, I cannot fail to mention another great moment of faith that we are preparing for the centenary of the consecration of St. Mary's Cathedral in which we are sitting and praying from and bidding farewell to our brother, Bishop Wemika. As you can see, preparations are already underway around us. This sacred place, which has stood for 100 years as a sign of God's presence among his people, invites us to renew our faith, just as we renew our hope today in the promise of eternal life. The life of Bishop Wemika fits beautifully into this same story of faith. He too helped build the living church, not just with bricks and mortar, but by forming hearts, strengthening families, and encouraging vocations.
Ate omwoyo gwe agugatte mangu ku ababe abatuukirivu ate nga mulamula abeere wa kisa. Ng'okufa bwe kuwedde n'ebibi abimumaamuleko, atabagane ne paatiri ng'omusuma omulungi yamuwembejja ng'agenderamu abo abalire kabaka ataggwaawo, abeere mu ssanyu litaggwaawo ng'ali wamu n'abatuukirivu.
Ayi Mukama Katonda waffe yaniriza omugenzi ono, anti wayiwa omusaayi gw'okubeera ye. Ayi Mukama
The Archdiocese of Kampala prepares to celebrate 100 years of Rubaga Cathedral this Sunday. Well, the head of communications, Reverend Father Joseph Muchibi, has assured the faithful of maximum security that's for both people and their property. Addressing the press this afternoon, Father Muchibi said worshippers will celebrate freely, that's under a well-coordinated security arrangement, and encouraged them to use the occasion to renew their spiritual lives as they mark Rubaga's centenary celebration and the Archdiocesan Day.
As we prepare to celebrate the Archdiocesan Day, at the same time, the 100 years of Rubaga Cathedral, we need to celebrate in peace. We need to commemorate this memorial event in peace. You know very well, brothers, many people come for genuine causes and others for selfish interests. And therefore we have to caution the public about what is to transpire during the celebrations. And Mass will start at exactly 10 a.m. led by His Grace Paul Semogerere, the Archbishop of Kampala, till midday. From midday to 1 p.m. we shall have a few speeches from esteemed guests, from our guest of honor and the other special guests. Then 2:10 to 3:30 p.m. luncheon. Then the preceding moments or hours, we shall experience entertainment from only a few selected persons and groups. So let us take this program into our hearts, into consideration as we observe the Archdiocesan Day and the centenary celebrations of Rubaga Cathedral. The general public is cordially invited to come and participate in this function, to come and we commemorate the 100 years of Rubaga esteemed cathedral.
As security, we have had a series of meetings, and this series of meetings is for the purposes of seeing that we secure this event, and our main objective is that the event should start peacefully and should end peacefully without any problem. But you have heard the father is inviting everybody, and I also call upon everybody to come because there will be security. But as we invite people, a big crowd like that also attracts several wrong elements who have their own intentions, not the other intention of coming here to celebrate, but they have their own intentions. And that's why as security, we have been having these meetings. Although for these celebrations, as security, we have not picked any specific threats targeting these celebrations. We are going to deploy in numbers our intelligence agencies. They will be in civilian clothes. They will be among the worshippers. They will be among the guests, that in case anybody tries to do anything. So we shall have heavy deployment outside there, especially along the routes. And we want to caution those young, indisciplined children of ours that please do not attempt to come here, because security will be tight. And when it is tight, you know what.
The acting permanent secretary of the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Patrick Ochilap, has urged government employees who are unable to meet their responsibilities to resign and give room for new talent. Speaking during the closure of the Customer Service Week that's at the ministry headquarters, Ochilap emphasized that the move is intended to enhance efficiency, improve service delivery across government departments that serves the public.
Already a lot of export earnings are being received by this country. Last year, the export earnings reached a level unprecedented before in terms of the goods that we exported to the neighboring countries and to the rest of the external markets. All that is because of the fact that we gave an enabling environment. What if now we improve that service delivery? The earnings from exports is going to be exponential. So in our drive for competitiveness of the economy, in our drive for better expansion of employment, in our drive for value addition in the various products that we have in this country, we need to improve the services. And we chose this because the ones who have participated here, Ministry of Agriculture, agro-processing is very central in that area. URSB, registration of companies, and also the facilitating services is very important. URA, you know, they are revenue collectors, so they must collect revenue. All that is supposed to be assessed and collected needs to be collected efficiently. We need to service them better without overburdening the few who are paying taxes to be continuously disturbed by a number of URA audits, URA bills, URA things which make them almost close their businesses. So this service week is a demonstration, first, to the actors in the economy that we must be or strive for excellence in whatever we do. And then go and become inefficient elsewhere, but not in the public service. That's the message I'm giving. If you can't deliver efficiently in terms of the tight deadlines you are given, we can get somebody else to do that. Please leave us and we get someone else to do that.
Well, it's now time for Today in History. Thank you so much for staying with us on UCTV News this evening. It surely has been nice having you. Until next time, I am Nora Sende from the team behind the scene. We wish you a lovely weekend ahead and a good night.